Derek sat frozen, staring at the grotesque creature outside the window. It wore his face, his skin, but its eyes were all wrong. Too wide, too black, too still. It raised one malformed hand and placed it gently against the glass, mirroring Derek's expression of horror with a crooked mockery of emotion. Then it mouthed something. 3 words, no sound.
"Let me in."
Derek backed away, heart pounding. The lights in the room flickered violently and then went out. Complete blackness. He fumbled blindly, searching for a corner, a wall, anything solid. When the lights returned, the room had changed. Again. No window, no door, just walls and a mirror. The same mirror. But this time it wasn't fogged. It showed a clear reflection, him standing in a blank, sterile version of the same motel room. But in the mirror he was smiling, slowly, deliberately. And then the mirror version moved, without him. It lifted its hand and pointed behind him. Derek turned slowly. Now there was a door, but not 313. It was labeled 0. A low hum vibrated through the room, like the sound of an old engine idling in the basement of reality. The mirror Derek vanished. The door creaked open. Inside was a spiral staircase descending. Flickering lights led down into an abyss. With no other option, Derek stepped in and began to descend. Each step downward felt heavier than the last, like time thickened the further he went. The walls pulsed with a fleshy glow, and whispers echoed upward from below, hundreds of voices saying his name all at once. He passed a landing where a rusted metal sign hung crookedly. No exit. Another turn, another landing, the same sign. Another turn, another landing. The same sign, except now, someone had scratched in red beneath it. Stop walking. Derek kept walking. Finally, at the bottom, he reached a vast underground chamber, circular, domed, and filled with mirrors. Thousands of them, arranged like a maze. Each mirror showed a different version of Derek, angry, terrified, laughing, crying, decaying. In the center of the room, a massive mirror stood alone, 10 feet tall, with nothing reflected in it at all. Then it cracked. From behind it, something started to push through, a mass of shadow and flesh, shifting violently. Derek stepped back as the surface split open like wet paper, revealing not a creature but a hole, a swirling black void. It pulled at him. He fought it, screamed, dug his nails into the ground. And then, just as the darkness swallowed him, he opened his eyes. He was back in the motel room, room 313. Same layout, same bed, same mirror. A knock came at the door. He stood slowly, opened it. No one there. Down the hallway, infinite doors, each one marked 313. His reflection grinned back from every surface. But this time, Derek didn't step forward. He turned back to the mirror and saw something new. A flicker. Weakness. The loop had started again. But maybe, just maybe, it could be broken. Derek stared into the mirror.
"You're not me,"
he said again. The reflection flickered, then began to change, morphing into other versions of himself, looping through expressions. Laughter, pain, rage, despair. The room pulsed. He took a step forward, not toward the hallway, not into another loop, but toward the mirror. This time, instead of waiting for it to crack, Derek raised his fist and struck the glass. It didn't shatter, it rippled. Light bled from the surface, stretching across the walls like veins. The whispers grew chaotic, panicked. Room 313 groaned around him, as if it was alive and waking up. He kept punching, harder, until the surface caved in like a membrane. He fell through. Inside, a corridor of pure white, silent, still. He ran. No doors, no signs, just light and the sound of his own breath. Behind him, something screamed, a sound that wasn't human. He didn't look back. At the corridor's end, a door, plain, unmarked. He opened it. Daylight, a real sky, real air. He stepped into a grassy field. No 313, no mirror, no echo. Just birds, wind, freedom. The loop was gone. For now.